Hey guys, Kevin here with etrailer, and today I'm going to be showing you how to install the MORryde Safe-T-Rail here on our 2022 Jayco Eagle HT fifth wheel trailer. So the great thing about this safety rail is that it gives you the full range of your steps. So when you're at the ground, you can easily grab onto it and get your way up into your camper. Now with our standard factory ones that come with it, it's really only going to come out just to the edge of that first step. So you're not going to have any railing at all when you're coming up here. So if you have little kids coming in and out of your camper, there's a good chance that they could accidentally trip and fall off of the steps and hurt themselves. Safety rail is really easy to use. When you're wanting to close it up, simply push up on the smaller inner rail and then just push it forward. If you look at it up close, there's a nice magnet right here that's going to hold it up to the bracket. When it's time to flip it out, all you have to do is just pull on it. That railing kind of slides. You may need to push it just a little bit and it locks into place. The total length of the safety rail here is 53¼ inches. If you're going straight out, it's right at 42½. So you can take those measurements back and kind of look at your camper, see exactly how that's going to kind of play out for you. One other thing I want to add on to that is that this is a powder coated steel, so you don't have to worry about this getting all rusty and corroded over the time. Overall, when I started this installation, I didn't really feel like this was really worth the money for it, but after installing it, it definitely is a lot nicer than that factory handrail. It closes up a little bit easier, and then you also don't have to worry about flipping that handle over and hitting anything else like you would with that old factory one. Overall, installation is really easy. It's just the installation packet that they give you really kind of just stops halfway through. They don't really give you the full description of how to do it. So make sure that you follow along during our installation so that you can properly install this on your camper. First step of our installation is going to be removing our existing handrail. On ours today, it's just got these 2 screws we can pull out. There we go. And same up top. Went ahead and kind of cleaned off the butyl tape that was on here and just took some alcohol and wiped it off a little bit more. And now I'm just going to use some gasket maker and fill in our old screw holes. That way we don't have any water leaking through. So next we're going to hold up our safety rail right on the corner. This is going to sit right up against the bottom of your door frame. And I have a little trim piece right here that I'm going to have to cut down just to get it out of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and score that a little bit. That way I can come back and just trim all that off. So I took my multi-tool and kind of just trimmed down that. And I'm being real careful. I didn't go all the way through just because I don't want to try and cut into the sidewall. And then now I'm just taking a pry tool and just kind of peeling it back a little bit. I think I'm going to notch just a tiny bit more. And we can try that again. Slowly kind of start working this back enough. And then I'm going to score this a little bit more so we can get that nice and flush. So now with our frame kind of butted up against our door frame, we're going to go ahead and drill out the center hole right here. And then we're going to pull this back away and we'll shoot a little bit of silicone in there and then put our screw in. Get that butt back in place. Our screws started, and then now we're going to go ahead and do the same thing with the hole that is the second from the top. Our next step is going to be determining which bracket we need for the top of the railing. You can either go with that little one, which is going to be enough for us today to cover up those old holes, or if you needed to, there's a larger bracket in place so that if your old handrail had some other holes a little bit higher than what the short bracket could handle, then you could throw this larger one up on there. So we'll go ahead and we will get our bracket set, and then we'll drill out those holes and shoot in some screws. Now we got those two in, I'm also going to go ahead and just fill in all the other holes that are still left. Yep, now we're going to go ahead, we'll slip in our railing here into our bracket. You're going to want to use the washer on the bolt head side. It looks like our awning is going to be in the way. I'll have to put it the other way. Line those holes up. And then we can put on our lock nut. Now we can go ahead and just tighten this down. Doesn't need to be super tight because you do still need this to kind of pivot back and forth. Now that we have all of our screws in place, our railing is hooked up to our pivot point right here. That'll do it for our installation of the MORryde Safe-T-Rail here on our 2022 Jayco Eagle HT fifth wheel trailer. My name's Kevin. Thanks for watching.